right?
No, we're live?
No, I think you have to start it there. Hurry up.
Yep.
Hey. Hell yeah. How bad's the delay?
Pretty bad.
Yeah, pretty bad. Alright. I'm gonna make sure I pick my nose on stream.
Watching. Yeah, we're gonna get started in 1 second. Let's tell everyone on Instagram.
What's good? It's your boys Black
I didn't even
V-neck.
press record yet.
Oh my god. What's good? It's your boys Black V-neck. Okay. What's good? It's your boys Black V-neck, and we're on live stream right now on YouTube. Come catch us, destroy your demos on live.
Click the link right here. We're live.
We're live.
We know we're live, Ricardo. We know. No.
Gonna refresh this. Just in case we see any submissions. Last refresh is gonna happen in 2 minutes. If you haven't submitted, do it right now. Last chance. We have over 200 tracks to get through today.
What's up, guys? What's up, Retail Records? What's up, XFDS? Congrats on the new release on Retail. You've been killing it, brother. I love that record. If you haven't heard XFDS's new records with Kapowski, Moving Bodies, it's out now on Retail Records, on Beatport, Spotify, all the good stuff. What's up, Valerie? What's up, Liz?
Julian, you
How do
were
I say
not
that?
in frame, buddy.
Leslout. Monotown. That's a cool name, Monotown. So,
Why no Stereo Town?
ooh, got him. Yeah, right. So yeah, we have over 200 demos to check out.
Last refresh in less than a minute. Submit if you haven't.
Let me tag this. Button as mentioned. Retail record.
Alright, it's officially 6 Eastern. Gonna refresh this in a second. I'll give you a few more seconds to hit submit if you haven't already. Maybe you get some last little demos rolling in. We're doing oldest first, so we have one person who requested Cortez to include his track, even though he posted it the day before. I'm sure he got 80 million notifications as we were testing the stream like 2 hours ago, and we just kept using his track to make sure that everything sounded good. I apologize in advance for the quality of the mic. The interface I'm using doesn't actually have preamps, so we tried to have like handhelds. That didn't work out, so we've reduced to Logitech webcam microphone with noise gate and limiting. So GG, hope it sounds good.
Ooh, cool.
And let's hit that refresh.
So little basic rules. We cannot listen to your track from start to finish because that would take us so much time.
One more person, okay.
So we tend to skip to the drops. And that's, if anything, we actually give you more time on the stream than we do in real life when we're listening. I mean, I really go through it quick because we get a lot of demos. So, just so you guys are aware, don't be offended. It's for everybody's record. We're basically going to hop right into the build-up, right into the drop, see if we like it, give you some feedback advice, and we'll move on to the next, since we have 207 demos to go through, which is a lot. So what's up, everybody in the chat? What's up, Andres? What's up, Geesey? We are good, thank you. What's up, Wolf Stacks? Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
We're going to be here forever if we don't.
Yep.
Let it move your feet.
like the idea of the record. Pretty classic house in a sense. Like, you know, it's reliable record, I think. My only advice on it, which I think is why I'm not feeling it too much, I think the vocals, especially on the first drop ones, should be in the breakdown.
Yeah.
And then, like, maybe feel the bass on the drop just like one time, and then the drums groove, and then you bring it a few, and then you reprise it. So I think you should try flipping where the vocals are. I feel like the vocals shouldn't be on the drop, it should be on the breakdown, so I can feel the bass instead of listening to the vocals.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was definitely focusing on the vocals on the drop instead of anything else.
So yeah, but honestly, it's not that bad. Flip them, resend it, and we'll give it another listen.
Yeah, by all means, feel free to resend anything we don't accept. If we offer some suggestions, maybe we take it afterwards.
Sully, let's listen here.
Down like this before, cause I ain't never put it down like this. Soon as I come through to give it to me, never put it down like this before, cause I ain't never put it down like this. Soon as I come through.
Yeah. Sound isn't really there, and I'm not sure what the AI vocals were. It sounded AI to me. Maybe they're not, but
it sounded like 50 Cent. So I don't know if you ripped it off 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Which we cannot sign if it is, because that would be illegal. But I thought the sample of the voice is unique because I haven't heard it before. So props on that. So it doesn't sound like something I've heard before. But the production, you got to work on your production, fatten up your sound, watch a lot of videos. Anyone you recommend off the top of your head? Right, cool.
If you give me a second, I'll find some stuff.
Don't worry. Kick and bass Discord.
Okay. Cool bass line. Wow, that's dope.
Yeah, it's cool. It's funky, different.
Yeah, I like all the sounds. Like, everything seems to be like really colorful and constantly evolving. I love that. That's really cool. As for if it fits the vibe for our label, I don't think so.
But thanks for sending. Keep sending. We'll keep listening. So, I think Ian will agree with me. Congratulations, we have our first club test.
Yeah, that's dope.
This weird glitch I have.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
It's
good enough.
so.
Merc, congratulations. We haven't even listened to the other two yet. You got your first club test. For those of you that don't know, before you get your track signed on retail, we put it in the club test folder, and we actually club test it. So you want to know where are we going to club test it? We're going to club test it in Orange County this Friday. At least try to. If it doesn't fit, then we don't sign it. We're going to try and club test it in Houston, Bauhaus, this Saturday. And if it doesn't go off, or it doesn't fit in our playlist, we're sorry, we'll pass. But if it goes off, people go woo woo, and fans are clacking, then we sign it.
I like it.
You like it? I don't know, I'm not a fan of the synth.
I really like the pluck on the drop.
I feel like it's too like
the contrast between the saw and the pluck is a bit too much in terms of like how it presents itself in the mix, but I like the idea. It just might need to be improved on. I'd say we put it in club test, see what's up.
Yeah, we'll club test it. And then we'll go. Alright, third one. This one I'm not feeling too much. The bass line isn't for me.
Yeah.
And then the Ludacris sample, which then we'd have to cover. And
Face and thrill. Get up on the floor and get naughty. Get naughty. Get naughty. Get up on the floor and get naughty. 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 Get up on the floor and get naughty. Get naughty. Get up on the floor and get naughty.
Man, this record really leaves me wanting more. Like, the vocal concept is cool. I like the synths, but the bass feels like almost not active enough. It doesn't really like pop the way I would expect. I really wanted more from that last drop. Anything, I don't know.
it's missing something.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that something is, but that's your job as an artist to find that something. And that's what makes your track special.
Real quick before you start, I have 2 suggestions for you. Check out Mixbus TV for just like general reviews and like tidbits of information, and Panorama Mixing and Mastering. Panorama Mixing and Mastering, I highly recommend. Check those 2 YouTube channels out. That is a great starting point, but as always, reference other sources, do your own research and R&D.
Now let's. You got to work on your production a little bit more, mate. You're not there at that level yet. Progressive house also isn't really too much for us with the pianos, but there needs to be the contrast. That's like beginner advice, but here we're trying to sign records, so we don't have time for that.
Ese que lleva debajo del panty. Vamos para la after party, party. Tú eres mi baby, yo soy tu daddy.
Why do I know that vocal?
Ese que lleva debajo del panty. Mami me gustaría.
I like the breakdowns, but the beat, I don't know, like the kick and bass isn't doing it for me. I don't know if it's just the choice of kick and bass or the groove. I don't get the excitement from it. Do you?
No, it's just kind of like open and straight. I don't know.
Yeah, missing
A lot of verb on the trumpets
something.
too, just kind of wash the track out.
Yeah, quick shout out to the track. Vani, I hope we weren't too hard on you. Wish you the first couple of tracks were submitted actually the 7th of March. So we have over 200 records to listen to in the last 3-4 days of submission. Submit now, we'll still
Yeah, I'll refresh it. Yeah.
we'll refresh it at the end. So Raynor, you're next. Let's go.
Your orbit when we hit that 4 on the floor. Got a few bad ones in the yard. No backseat, jump in the front.
Cool.
The
It's just not
groove
for
is
us.
all over the place. That's gonna be my biggest thing. Cause like I wouldn't mind playing it even. Cause whatever. If maybe the track feels too slow, we speed it up in our set, right? But the groove itself is all over the place. You have elements that are super swung, and you have elements that fall right on the beat. Like that doesn't work. Especially if you're mixing, it makes a mess.
And for me, as like a tastemaker, A&R, DJ, it's missing the sub that I like,
Yeah.
which is the Black Phoenix sound, the retail record sound. So it's maybe cool for Ranger Trucko on his label. I would send it to him maybe.
Play, 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 play.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hello, sub.
Yeah, I like that one better than the other one. It's vibey. That being said, Retail Records not a vibey label. I wouldn't say as an adjective for the label. But I like that one better.
Yeah, it's cool.
If you wanna come to the other side, I know a way to get you by. What you wanna do when the sun goes down? I know a place we could get real high. If you wanna come to the other side, I know a way to get you by.
Like that?
I think the decay on that synth is a little long, and it kind of just makes the track sloppy. Also, I think that's a re-sing of a splice vocal, like an old one. But yeah. Guys, always reference the pitch, the key that the track is in against whatever samples you're using, because it might sound right on one note, but just because you apply that note and then base a scale off of it doesn't mean it's correct.
Yeah, these aren't for us. The little, I guess, pausa, maybe Dennis Cruz, like that minimal underground style. And it's not really us. But thank you for sending. Yeah, not bad, vibey. Like I said, when it's vibey, wouldn't really say it's for retail records. I'm gonna pass on that one. But yeah, I mean, not a bad record. Again, just because we don't like it or don't sign it doesn't mean it's not signable. It's not big, and not maybe it's a number one. And we have bad taste. Who knows?
We're all human.
Let the music lift your soul.
Big sound. Yeah, honestly, if it needs a groove.
Like that type of record, it's not even tech house. That record is like I wouldn't consider it tech house. To me, that's like trying to be a melodic techno. I guess it's what like Dom Dollar, John Summit, Anima, these guys are doing. But the sound has to be huge if you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like the synth sound you have is giant, and then the kick and bass is way smaller than that synth sound, so it doesn't work. You have to have a big sound, which is a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of engineering. And kudos to those guys when it comes to that end. And even then, I'm not even a fan of the music personally too much. Like the Anima, Tale of Us stuff. It's just not our taste. But yeah.
Do you have a lighter? Excuse me.
And maybe if you guys want some production live streams, let me know in the comments, and maybe we can arrange that.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it sounds like a little beginner for me. When I was in the beginning, I threw everything in the record that I can think of, like, oh, let me put this in there, let me put that in there, and it doesn't really flow. And then I feel like it's missing sidechain. Maybe I'm wrong. It's sidechain, but that you have the bass before, and there's no contrast from where the bass before and when the kick begins, besides just the kick coming in. So yeah, just keep working at your craft, and you'll get there in a year or two.
Cool.
Just can't stop. I just can't stop.
Hey. Again, not a vibey label, but that track is dope. I really fuck with it. I'd listen to it. Like I'd add it to my Spotify or something, is what I mean.
Just me and you. Time's ticking. So what's the move? Sweat dripping. Just me and you. Time's ticking. So what's the move?
The vocal's not in time. Like,
yeah, it's
right
not where I
there before
expected
the
it to
hook,
happen.
It fucked up the rhythm entirely.
So
I
what's
hope
the
you're watching
move?
this Squall's box, because it's not a bad record, but you interrupted the flow. Like if I'm on the dance floor and then I have to stop the beat I was on to then move, and then it comes back, kill the vibe, and that's automatic. No. Next.
Release the pressure, release the pressure, release the pressure. Release the pressure, release the mind. Release the pressure.
Yeah, the idea you have, I see it. The vision that you want for this record, is not bad, but the sound needs to be much better. Like it needs to be bigger, the production.
Yeah, like we mix and master. I mix and master all of the tracks that we sign before release.
But even then, we have to test it out, and it has to go off when we
Mixing
play it.
and mastering is not production.
No.
Like I can only do so much. So the sound really has to be there. You have to know exactly what works for your idea.
So yeah, the idea isn't bad. Let me try this one. I'm scared it says Poison remix. I don't want a remix. I want originals.
Yeah, I can't sign this. Maybe this works in your sets or something, but like, only piece of advice I could offer again has to do with the timing of the vocal. That girl is poison. On the beat like that might be better than the syncopation.
And for all you house heads out there, we all know there's a version of Poison going around that Chris Lake is playing Chase West, Beltran, all these guys. So hard to compete with that version. But again, your idea is not bad. I like that. But the sound, just work on your sound, brother, and I think you'll be there in 6 months if you work on it.
You can't shortcut your training though. You have to do the R&D. Sound isn't there. The track just kind of goes on.
Same record twice. Yeah, that one, it feels like a flat line, the record, besides that quiet part. So, gotta work on the dynamics.
Pick a time and a place, please. 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 Pick a time and a place. Get those pixels out of my face. Damn. I don't mean to be rude, but put the fucking phone down and move to the groove.
Definitely bass house more than tech house.
Yeah, big sound though. Cool.
Not bad. I don't know. I'm not crazy about the idea.
Yeah, I don't know if it fits the label.
I don't know. I'm just not crazy about it, but not bad record. I would try some more bass house labels.
Red light, don't hit the brakes. Stop sign, keeping up the pace. Donuts, spinning every day. Spinning out every day. Red light, don't hit the brakes. Stop sign, keeping up the pace. Donuts, spinning every day. Spinning out.
As a car person, we do not endorse takeovers. But the lyrics are cool.
Stop sign, keeping up the pace. Donuts, spinning every day. Spinning out.
I think there's too much differential between all of the sounds. Like it doesn't feel like it's mixed correctly. Is what I would tell you.
So you're opening up for us in Houston, Bauhaus. Maybe we can get dinner because I like the idea of the record. I think it's close. I'll put in Club Test just so I don't forget it. And you are going to be on the label on the new Retail Records for Sale. I think it's volume 7 already. That's going to be out before my music week. So be on the lookout for that. J-Cats, you were asking me whose remix that was. I'll go find it for you because you're my boy. Let's see. Declined. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna be hard to find. Up. Oh, there it is. Did I see it? What if I do?
Boom, boom, doom, doom. Yeah, bassline's cool.
Yeah, you gotta find it on the. Go back on the stream and find it. Good luck. 191
Here,
left.
hit the X there.
Yeah. I like the idea, but there's no like a sub or something that like.
It's because the kick, I think, is too short. The decay in the kick is too short, so you don't have the
I don't have. Yeah, there's no.
sub is way too long in comparison to the kick. That's what it is. Yeah, like I want to feel the
Yeah, I'm not getting
from the kick.
So I don't know if you're making the key too low as well. That I'm not hearing on the headphone.
No, it's just a short kick. It's punchy, just short. This kick is not low. This is a high kick, and you can hear the decay on it though, because it's kind of saturated.
It's okay. More of a taste thing, I think, for us on this one. It's
Yeah.
just missing something that...
I really liked the groove. I thought it was dope, but like there's like some elements in the track that kind of draw me personally away from it.
It doesn't make me want to take out a record in our set to put that one in.
That's a
something
great way
else
to put it.
That's another thing you guys have to think about. Like, if you want to send to John Summit's label, Chris Lake, all these other guys, you have to make a track so good that they take out someone else's record to play your record.
Yeah, I'm honestly still surprised that Carl Cox is playing Daddy's Back, but you know,
You never know. Too minimal groovy for us.
yeah, but it's
We'll
cool.
try and move a little faster since we have 191. I liked it. It's a little too minimal for us.
Yeah, definitely.
But I like the build. The build was sick. I wanted something bigger, but again, that's our taste. So it doesn't mean it won't get signed. Doesn't mean that it won't be big.
Yeah, it's a good track. I like this one. I don't know. For an extended set, I think this definitely goes in club
We'll
test.
club test it.
Yeah, that's dope.
And see, because I think Bauhaus this weekend is going to be a longer set.
From the packs in my rap, from the packs in my rap, from the packs in my rap, from the block to the back with my...
Not bad. That's a little too bass house for me.
Yeah, man. This,
Like, it's just a
it's
little
tough.
too like
I know. It's tough.
aggressive. For, it's just, I don't know, my taste.
I like that flute melody you got going though. That's super dope. We do not want to get sued.
No bootlegs. No Afro House. Sorry to go quick on that one, buddy, if you're watching, but we don't do Afro House. I thought I put a filter so we don't get sent to Afro House, but maybe that one's part of the filter. I don't know. It's, yeah. Can't fit in the set. It's okay. It's not really our style. We don't really play too much of these type of records. I know West End, John Summit, Dollar, they do. So, send it to them.
I like the idea, but I'm trying to think like if it would fit in the set.
It's just the flavor for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all. Not bad. Keep going. Production isn't bad. Also, that move like this vocal, never use that. I'm so burnt from that. That splice vocal's been around for like 10 years.
I know.
Move your feet like this.
Yeah.
The sound actually isn't bad though. The production, but it's missing stuff. Like, it's too basic. It's missing something for us personally. And again, what track am I going to take out from the set? I have an hour and a half most of the time, maybe 2 hours, 3 if we're lucky. I have to want to play it in the 1.5 hour set. I can't be like, I like this record and I'll play it only in the 3 hour set, and never in the 2 hour set, and never in the 1.5, or in a festival or things like that. So Yeah. Things to keep in.
Yeah, Bashful.
Yeah.
Now it goes.
Drums.
Sound isn't there on that one. You gotta keep working.
Can you hit it on beat?
The Jersey bed squeak makes an appearance.
I like the idea you were going for. I think the sound is just not there, the production. Not a bad idea though.
I'm hot in it, I'm dropping it on top of it. Now stop with it.
Dirty kick. But the sound.
Stop with it.
Everything feels super flat.
I think the kick is too loud.
It is. There's a lot of low mids on that kick.
If you can find somebody in your town or some advice online, get some feedback on it,
Yeah, unfortunately, this just isn't the place because we have so much shit to go through. So.
and then resend this one
Yeah.
once you rework it a bit, because I like that sound. The synth you have in there is needs to be louder.
That's hard.
Needs to be loud. Like, yeah, if you engineer this song correctly, so we can test it, you have a high chance. So please, hopefully you're watching the stream. Cheech.
Beat goes off, we bang to the bang to the bang to the beat goes off, we bang to the
I almost want to hear the devotion line.
Yeah, I know. Like your brain expects it, but
Try. You should. If you don't know the song Devotion, stop making house music. No, I'm just kidding. Go listen to Devotion. I think Bingo Players did an edit years ago that I liked, but that the horn line is famous. I know Odd Mob actually did a new version. But yeah, try that line. Like, use the same sax you're using, but make it do that line. You could actually have a really cool track that would actually sell on Beatport as well, because people recognize that line. So,
watch church.
you're broken keyboard,
Plus.
brother.
He doesn't know how to use a 10 keyless. I'm sure those blues sound absolutely clicky on stream right now.
All right.
For my
Hopefully
keyboard nerds.
He reads the hieroglyphics and the smoke signals.
Make it sound like.
A little vibey.
Yeah, a little too spacey.
The record production is pretty good.
Yeah.
Send it to Ranger Trucko. I think that's up his alley. Production needs work.
Yeah.
The vocals are too much all over the place.
That's a bit heavy, mate.
It's well done, but
Yeah.
sense of spinning, night bass,
Yeah, not for us.
more EDM-y labels. Also, for any of you guys in the chat that submitted records, you see your name like coming up on the screen or your profile picture. Let us know in the chat that it's coming up. We'll listen a little bit harder since you're watching the screen. Jay Limbo, he sends a lot of stuff.
Cool guitar part. Gent. Can't see, but my 8 strings in the back. We're ready.
Make it sway.
Man, I don't know if having the vocal repeat on the drop is the move. Because it's cool, but I was really hoping to just kind of like groove to the kick and bass for a bit. maybe you have it like, in Ableton Beats, you can like make it like so like it's not the whole thing just sustained over the drop. You can maybe open it slowly. I don't know, something, but I don't know if it's the move to have it on the drop. If you want to rework it, send it to us. That'd be cool, but we're going to deny it for now. Keep it moving. That vocal's been done a lot. Also, this is just a bit too groovy, vibey for us. You recognize that vocal?
Yeah, I know. We never put it out though.
Yeah.
I listen to the song on occasion. I really like it.
Maybe we rework it.
I don't know why. I never.
Hey, make sure that in the house.
You sustain that guitar, just kind of like washes out the record.
It's not bad, but yeah, you're using a lot of like slow things, which we don't like personally. Doesn't mean the records won't get signed.
Yeah, like, I know what you're doing, and it's not a bad thing, just not for us. So.
Like if you had ding, 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 like I don't know. It's just when you make a long note, it makes it feel dragged.
The progressive pluck.
Production isn't bad though.
Yeah.
So you're on the right track. Keep working at it. 6 months, you got something interesting. Sino, if you don't know Sino, he's been on the label before. He's playing at our Miami Music Week party. So if you don't know, we're having a Miami Music Week party. And the best part is it's free. And it's right next door to Experts Only. So you're like, no, I got tickets to Expert Only. No, you're going to come to us before. Because we end earlier than they do. And you're going to go enjoy the free party with all the amazing DJs. Like Sino, who will be there. Like J-Cats, who's in the chat.
And our special guest.
Shiba Sound. So, check us out if you're in Miami.
Hey, that's hard. See, this is actually a great example of what I was trying to talk about earlier. He gives the vocal a rest, so you have the time to just kind of dance to the beat. I say that's a club test.
I think it's close.
Yeah.
We're gonna put in club test, and I know you have like a ton in club test right now. If you're watching, we'll probably get you. I think maybe we'll do an EP in April for you, brother. You got a lot of tunes, and then we can do like a fat EP with all these records. Cool. Feels a little underground. Not really for us though. The sound. But yeah. It reminds me of like Ricardo Villalobos, Luciano type records.
Mm-hmm.
They go over there. Maybe they got somewhere you can send.
Yeah, that's a cool lead. I like this one. Might be a bit too active with all the synths going on at the same time.
It's not housey enough for me, if that makes sense.
I think
Like the feeling.
I think that's because you have the lead and then you have the gigantic fucking synth in the background obfuscating the groove. Like, it's a lot for your brain to focus on at once. I really would like to hear it reworked. Like, I don't think you should have both at the same time. Maybe you give the lead a break halfway through and then you have all those effect sounds in the space as a chop or some shit. But I think it's a bit much to have it all.
It's missing soul. And this is very hard to explain. missing like that house soul in the record. It's very straight and cut and dry. That's my thing with it. Like,
I don't know. I actually disagree with what Julian's saying. I personally believe it's just because I really like the vocal. I like all of the concepts in the track. I think too much shit is happening at the same time.
We'll put it in club test and we'll fight about it later.
Yeah, if you feel like reworking it, I would really appreciate that. I think it would do really well if you just kind of started separating stuff.
He's in the chat, so I'm glad you're paying attention to this debate that we're having.
Oh yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, resend it. Love the shop. That's hard. Maybe the vocal needs to go away there. Might be a bit much, but man, the concept is great. I really like that.
I feel like, I don't know, like I want to hear more of that round 808 kicks like Dirty Bird was putting out in like 2017, 18. Like, you get that round bass and bounce. It feels very straight for me.
It's
like the short kick with the dry bass
listen.
Makes it like. But sound choices. Is what I'm saying.
Like
I'm saying sound choices. That's why I said dry kick, and that's why I said short. Like
you said straight though. I don't think it's straight.
But like I don't get any roundness, and I like 808 roundness. Kicks boom,
low
bass.
pass your bass more. I don't know, man. I personally like it.
He likes really dry stuff. That's
this is dope for me. I just think it's too much. It might be too hard.
That last synth I'm also not crazy about. Actually, I'm gonna reject it and you resend it because I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't think we can actually play it because of that. It's a lot. It's really in your face.
If anything,
really
pull the record back a little bit, make it a little bit more minimal. Listen to Odd Mob, A/B your test with Odd Mob records.
That's actually a great piece of advice, man. And I think you're onto something.
Thanks for watching, by the way.
I feel like I've heard this vocal.
I feel like we put out a record with this vocal, and if we didn't, somebody else did.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know, I'm not crazy about the guitars and stuff.
Yeah, the production also isn't quite there. Fast forward a little bit.
Super dope.
It's cool.
It's not tech house. Super dope.
I like the vocal a lot. The production of the vocal's sick. Okay.
Idea's good. The sound isn't there.
Yeah. It wouldn't really fit.
You guys got cool ideas though.
Hey.
Super sick ideas. Just the sound.
He said.
I liked it. I thought that was cool. A little too poppy, I guess, for me. So Wolf Stacks, I'm gonna jump to you real quick since you're about to leave your flight and you're right here. Let's get you in here.
The track, brother.
All night till the dawn.
You can first to hear.
Till the dawn.
Sydney Sampson lead.
Till the dawn. Till the dawn. Lights out. Party on. All night till the dawn.
Oh yeah, that suction is great.
All night.
I don't know if the sounds are there though.
Lights out. Party on. All night till the dawn.
That's dope.
The melody's really good. I think that's just not the right synth. Like it's a little too dry and then feels too much like 2010.
Yeah, like people are doing this type of sound, but like modern. And Julian likes to use the adjective round. which maybe you interpret as low pass. Maybe you remove some harmonics off that saw wave, if you know what I'm talking about. Might fit the bill, but the idea is super dope. If you resend this, I would love to club test it. If you're down to rework it. Oh, yeah. The groove is hard as fuck. Last bit of advice: make sure your swing is synchronized across all of the elements that are playing at the same time. Because I heard some clashing between the bass and the vocal chops, stuff like that. So just be mindful of that. It's really distracting.
There's a lot of potential in the record.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I'm just not crazy about the dry synth sound, but you're close. I like the groove in the record and the feeling, and yeah. So hopefully you saw this before your flight took off.
Hey.
I like the sounds you chose, the production.
Kind of doesn't feel like the track evolves.
It's just missing something,
Yeah.
again, to take out a record and put that one in and make people go off. But production's there. Flip, if you're watching, sorry. No afro.
If you want to show, you came to the right place. Because I don't just perform, I transform.
Dope vocal.
Transform. I
Dope idea.
transform.
I like the vocal and stuff. The bass line, I guess, isn't bad. I don't know, something's missing for me. Something isn't translating the way I want it to.
Two-step, then I bring it right back. Bring it right back. Two-step, then I bring it right back.
Yeah, it's not bad, but the production isn't there.
They might have just left the master up, honestly.
I play it. Turn the master on.
I just wanna freak get nasty. With my girls in the front and the boys in the
I think that's what happened.
backseat. Boys in the I just wanna freak it. I just wanna freak get nasty. With my girls in the front and the boys in the backseat. I just wanna freak get nasty. With my girls in the front and the boys in the
Ooh. That was a cool break. I think the track is just way too like ADHD. Like it's like too much shit. I think it needs to like settle down and let the groove happen.
The
for a bit.
groove is good.
Yeah.
So you're on the right path with the groove. The idea isn't bad. This part for me though, it's too EDM is the best way to put it. Too hard. I mean, you classify the track as bass house, but again, this is our taste. So for us to sign it, like this part reminds me too much of like Nari and Milani.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like if you just took that and looped it, that's a Morton record. You know. So
maybe resend the first one though with the master turned on, and maybe because
Yeah.
it was cool.
all right, last night I know you're in the chat. Please don't disappoint us, brother. sound isn't
kind
there
of-
on the record. I see the idea.
Yeah.
Sound has to be huge, which is not easy, and it's really hard. And that's what makes Anima and Tale of Us and all those, like that section of music, so amazing, because the sound production is amazing. So huge. And that's, I think, part of the appeal of it. Even though I don't like it. That's well done.
Cause I'm the best one. I bring it, it's all in good fun. But baby, this is your last one. Cause I'm the best one. I bring it, it's all in good fun. This is your last one.
I like this.
2 feet, get up and dance. You see me? You wanna get some fun. You see, but baby, this is your last one.
I want to say we put this in club test.
I'll put it in club test. It's close. I don't know if the arrangement is correct and stuff.
Again, we'll have to
Or
see.
it's missing a groove element to make it a little bit more groovy rather than straight and hard. Someone asked, explain what idea is sick means. We're not English speakers. Mira, para la gente que no sabía que lo estamos diciendo.
Para la gente, para las gentes que no saben, que no hablan inglés.
Et pour tout le monde qui parle français, qui veut l'explication que passe quand je dis le idea is sick man. No,
He got there. It means that we like your production. We like the
concept.
The concept. There you go.
Concepto. The idea is cool. Sick is cool, is dope, is interesting,
Yeah.
is good. It's
Yeah.
a good idea. But a good idea sometimes
May not work for us.
may not only not work for
the
us,
label.
for the label, for our set, but
Yep.
also may not like be translated in the sound selection you chose.
Yeah.
The kick drum can be holding your whole record back.
Yep.
The bass choice can hold your whole record back. Those are like the heartbeat and brain is the kick and bass. And you may have an amazing idea, but if it's not the right sound, it won't come across correctly and won't work on the dance floor, won't work on the sound system, won't work at a festival, and DJs won't play it. So that's when we say the idea is sick. Sick. So let's listen to the rest of last night.
Don't do it for the drama, don't do it for the fame. You want to be my lover, you get to left the base. And every time I go, my body starts to flow. You wanna be my lover, so do it for the low. Don't do it for the drama, don't do it for the fame.
I was expecting the build up to start there. And you just have the for the low, low. And then it goes into the drop.
Idea isn't bad, but it's missing something.
I think the arrangement needs work.
Yeah, I think you guys need to work on your arrangements. I don't
Just
know.
reference a bunch of tracks.
Yeah.
If you guys are do have the opportunity to play out, right, and you know you have tracks that work in your set, literally the answer's right there. Put it in your DAW,
Yeah.
compare, and you'll have your answer.
Thank you for listening to the stream, though, and taking our roast and our advice and our.
I really hope we're not offending anybody.
You gotta be brutal. Someone's gotta fucking pull you by the pants, brother. You know, you gotta get slapped. You wanna be a touring DJ. You wanna be Tiesto. You gotta hear the advice. You gotta know why you're not Tiesto right now.
We're not Tiesto either, so
if you have advice, put it in the chat.
the sound isn't there. But
sound isn't there.
Aside from that, we can't sign that. So.
Yeah, the bootleg. There's another one we used to play called Chiquita that people were also asking. We used to play it in 2019, and we'll play it every so often.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chiquita by Mind Deck.
That track is great.
And the way the sample is, it's like you know the record, and it's the sample, but it's not blatant. Like that one's a little too blatant, so make it cooler. So everyone's saying Avi Sick. He's in the chat. Let's see it. See what you got.
bass house, so I think you already know the answer, but I like the record, it's dope. This part's super dope. If it went into this, maybe, but that first synth is a lot, and it just doesn't fit our sound. I love the vocal.
If you want to make a fun edit, make like what you would call a house version in your head, and you don't have to like replace the drums too much or anything like that.
Yeah, because the drums sound like they work.
Maybe take one wub and like filter it and go. Rrp.
Do it a lot less, not for the first 8
that was
bars
like
drop.
that's like dubstep house. Which, hey man, that might be a new genre. What Jaws was trying to do, maybe you can bring it. So again, if it's not for us, doesn't mean it's not for everybody.
True.
Cheech is in the chat. Cheech, scroll back, find your record. We played it. We gave you a ton of advice.
Ichong?
I'm sure you saw the email. I said, watch the stream. Homie said, shit, I gotta watch the stream. Go back, we gave you advice. What we got? Fidget. That sounds like a slur. Alright, next track.
Hey. Vocal go away? Okay. I think the vocal needs to happen less on the drop, but man, you had us with that. The groove is sick.
The groove is so that's chat. Pay attention. When I'm like, I want bouncy, groovy, housey.
Yeah.
That kick and bass. That kick and bass to me is sex. So like when I'm hearing it compared to the other records where I'm like, oh, it feels dry and like soulless. Like this is what I'm talking about. And it's the sound selection is probably just 808 kicks and subs. I gotta hear it again though.
Like Jesse Perez-esque. Hard.
You know what? I'm gonna put it in club test because I like it.
We don't want to forget about it.
Maybe we reach out. There's something there. There's something there. Nilo, if that's how you say your name, hope you're watching. Hawkeyes, you're coming up, brother. You gotta buckle that seatbelt. We got 3 more tracks in front of you. Hey. Right, this one's broken. Track stack glitches. We'll skip it and we'll come right back to it. Dr. By Day, I know you're in the chat. You send a lot of records. Maybe we just need to refresh the page.
Oh, I got you. Bliss?
Is it crashed?
I don't think so.
You refresh the page?
Yep, give it a sec.
Okay.
I think our I've been having issues with my computer, man. It just takes forever to do certain things whenever it feels like.
Need technical difficulty.
Any day now. Alright, try the first one.
I'm gonna rip the audio from the stream and play everyone's 128 kilobyte deed in the bar for 20 people. Hell yeah, brother.
MP3 gang, dog.
And you know what? You're gonna be the sickest underground DJ because nobody's gonna have the records that you have. So that's that's an automatic W right there.
You could just ask AI to complete the record for you also.
Oh yeah,
with
so
the 5 seconds snip, just have it finish it.
Acid is my DNA.
I've heard that. Oh.
Acid is my DNA.
It's cool. I like the 303. It reminds me of Daft Punk, the Funk, right?
I don't know. You're the Daft Punk.
Yeah. Daft the Funk. It's cool. 303. Again, it's just not for us. Dr. By Day, you're next. I know that sample. I've gone drinking in Miami.
Cool bass line. Super tight drums, love it. Yeah, we can't sign this, But
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I think you're close. I think the
Yeah.
idea you have is the right idea. But I'm gonna pass on it because there's so many reggaeton samples and records that we play a few of them. Like I don't know, it's not there entirely to take some of them out. And like we just released, if you guys haven't heard the Gasolina by AT at CG,
this
That
man
one-
said gasolina.
that one's crazy. That one's crazy. Go listen to that one. The production, the sound selection shows on that one was huge, and it goes off on all our sets. So
Yeah.
when you're doing surgery in the daytime, listen to that.
Sound is not there, unfortunately. A lot of reverb on the bass, not really needed.
Yeah, it's missing that bounce. I don't know if you're sidechaining enough or the sound selections. It's just missing the bounce like a Tigga record. All right, Hawkeyes, you're in the chat.
Hey, I'm wearing my Marvel Rivals shirt, dog. Let's go.
And go who?
Oh, yeah. Let it ride, I don't hear it. I think, man, I really want to say yes as a club test to this record, but I don't think that the bass sound, is the right sound. I think you should try finding another sound, personally. The word I would use to describe that bass sound is plasticky. It's very plastic. I think it needs to be closer, warmer, whatever you want to say, more analog. It needs to just be kind of darker for it to work. But the
a
idea
little
is
too
sick.
dry for me,
Yeah.
personally.
I like the idea a lot, though. Great job.
What you trying to do at all?
It's not bad.
Maybe try a different sound on the drop with the same rhythm, like the same MIDI, but a different sound. So you have the bright sound on the build-up, and then something warmer, like cooler, whatever, on the drop.
Yeah, it's just a little bit,
Nari and Milani.
yeah, a little EDM-y for me. You know, it's a little
The sound
too
makes
dry.
it that, though. That's the thing. The sound selection makes a huge difference.
The bass for me, I don't know the bass a little bit, but
Try adding an upbeat bass underneath your synth line.
it needs like it doesn't have the suction, you know, the kick and bass
The
suction.
upbeat would do that. Because right now, what you're hearing and feeling is the majority of the fundamental from the kick drum and the bam, 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 bam. I hear you have like some type of sine wave underneath that, but it's not. It's not it.
All right, let's keep it moving. Drop the cheese.
Bottoms up, turn it up, check it up, fuck it up.
That was so So Drop the Cheese, you send a lot of records to us, and they're pretty well produced. But my complaints for me personally and for retail, it's like a little too compressed, a little too clippy, and every that's their sound selection. Again, you don't have to change your sound for us, but that's like maybe the reason you're like, why am I not getting on retail? For us, that's honestly the reason. You sent another record. Let me pull it up really quick.
While he looks for that,
The Feel the Beat, which I showed it to you and we liked it because it had that old school feeling, but again, it was so loud and too busy, like too much. Try stripping back and again, A/B the records a lot, depending. But if you want to sound like that as well, like I can't stop you.
so what I think helps, and something I do on every track that I mix and master, we understand as you start to advance in your production, engineering, whatever career, right? We understand the concept of perceived loudness. Okay, what a lot of people don't talk about is perceived dynamics. I'm not going to go into it here. Just do a quick Google search and think on that for a bit. It will fundamentally change the way you approach your records. Okay? This, in my opinion, is a great example of perceived dynamics. It is loud. But, if you notice, you can hear all the way through the record, and you see how that flute sample jumps right out at your face? I think the mix could be better, but... Cool track.
The track is cool, but
Not. I don't think it's for us though.
yeah,
Like,
or the sound selection. Something's just not it for me on it.
it's heavy, I think, but it's cool. Good job.
Dale, dale, mami, bájalo hasta el suelo. A lo tan rico que sienta el fuego. Ponte loca, menea ese veneno. Hoy nos tenemos de rojo sin freno.
Manéate, manéate, manéate.
Ese guri. A lo tan...
Too minimal for us, I think.
Yeah.
Stay with me. I'm not on Earth. I'm on top of the world.
I am not a Spider-Man main, bro. Guess again. Fucking hate playing Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm just not feeling it. Milio.
Surgeon of Serum.
Underground. Where am I? The underground.
Something's just not
It's
resonating
the sound.
there,
For
yeah.
me, the sound of the lead is just not
And the
it.
kick drum is so over the bass line that it's like feels
Yeah.
like a marching, even though the bass line is running and doo-doo and like bouncing. It's just not.
So, real quick,
It's not translating.
if you guys don't have a sub in your studio and you need to monitor the low end, super easy trick. You're in Ableton or whatever DAW, doesn't matter. Drag in an EQ, low pass, like a super. Don't use like a 24 dB per octave. Use like a 12 or 6 if you have, and just sweep it all the way down to where the fundamental of the kick is and where your bass has activity. Okay, and pay attention to the difference and the dynamics between the peak of your kick and the peak of your bass. Okay, if your bass is doing this, you might need some saturation and limiting to level it out, and then you can adjust the differences between them, either lowering the kick, or dropping an EQ on your kick channel, dragging it down with a super smooth, wide bell, or just lowering the volume until you get it right. I like this one. This is
I
a
feel
club
like
test for me, though.
What I don't
really
like,
it.
I don't like the rolling like that. Like that's what it sounds like. It's going like there's like a. Like the skips in the hat, with the, yeah, and then the
It's
voice, like it's,
maybe you have a gate on and you're doing those effects. Drop it, dude.
but with the hat rhythm and everything, it's like too much going on
too much rhythm.
that
Yeah.
it's holding the track back, in my opinion. Because
Okay,
much.
so then how about this? We'll deny it for now, but resend it.
More stripped back.
Can you maybe I don't know if they're watching. Resend, but with more stripped back. English is our first language.
I went to get a DM and be like, "What'd you mean?" and be like, I forgot.
Un gato tan bien venía, elegante y placentero. Ay, candela, 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 me quedo ahí.
Yeah, not really for the label.
I feel like the idea is not bad, but it's too aggressive. The sounds goes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the sounds. It just feels random. It doesn't feel cohesive. Yeah, the storytelling on the record isn't there. Jody, that's a lot of records. Let's listen. The production's not bad, but the idea isn't good enough to play to be a moment in our set. Too minimal there. Too much going on there. Gotta pick the guitar or the synth. I don't think it can be both. Cool, like minimal record. I think it can fit on another label for sure. Not ours, but cool.
And I've never heard that shot before.
I always pass on records that have samples that we've used before, especially ones from 6 years ago. I didn't like the sax that came in there, but it wasn't bad, the record.
Sound is not there.
Yes,
I don't know if you don't have a sub in the studio or what you're producing on, but there's no bass in the bass line at all.
There's bass in this one. Production isn't bad. The kick and bass selection is correct. But the idea, I don't know what the idea of the record is.
Yeah, the melody is
Think about this. This is for everyone, right? You know when you describe an artist that you like to somebody and you know they've heard their song before? Like, for instance, Shiba-san for us. You say, oh, you know Shiba-san? Someone goes, I don't think so. And you go, he made Okay. You know Okay? Then you sing it and they go, oh yeah, I know that song. Can you do that on this record?
Yeah. Also, production tip, engineering tip: check your mid-side mix, because I think that your drums and synths are way too wide in comparison to the elements you have on the drop.
All right, Dari guy. Open.
Not for us.
Hope I really like this groove too. Might need to refresh the page.
I'm a huge fan of these.
The kick is the wrong kick, the tap on it is
way too clicky.
It's not bueno.
It's decimating my eardrums.
So something like the wrong kick, that's an automatic pass. This one's the best one so far. Best one so far, but you're missing the main hook, the main. Two skedaddle skadoodle, what I like to call it, for the sound selection. Like if you're picking heavy bass house sounds, then it can't be like it doesn't doesn't work. The reason why I think it works in house music is the sounds are softer. So it's all kind of soft, like a jazz band. The jazz drummer, you're not going to have a metal drummer play jazz music. He's playing some rhythms, and they're soft in the way he's hitting the drums.
You're also not producing a jazz drum set like a metal kit. It just doesn't.
So that's why I think that record doesn't.
Vengeance is making a comeback. We can't sign this though.
I like the idea of like the blog house fidget, whatever. I think it was more blog house that it was like kind of going for, but I feel like it was like 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out, so it doesn't go all the way, and for that reason I'm out. Could you refresh the page? I want to see, because we're stuck at 148, which is like
it doesn't.
I know.
Refresh
I'm like, we listen to a lot. I want to see how
where
far. Yeah,
it goes back to 200.
Could you imagine? Awesome. That would be less. Alright, I'm gonna listen to Next Evil and then I'll get to Rodney. I need a break from 5 records at a time.
Let me throw it down.
No, sorry. Like, it's also... if you want to track feedback, I'm sorry. We're not doing that. We're doing demo submission. And if you never listen to our label, it's more offensive to me. Listen to the label and then send it. You should always do that for every label you ever want to be on, or considering you're like, you see a label, you go, what is this label? Let me listen. Oh, that's not for me. Or, oh, that's exactly for me. That's exactly not for us, that other one. All right, Rodney. I hope that wasn't his record.
Very muddy.
There's no energy in that record. Yeah. There's no bounce. This one I can tell is not mastered properly, so I already know that going into it. I could see that on Track Stack, which is why I like Track Stack. Interesting.
I don't know what to describe, but you have a style clearly.
Turn it up.
Minimal fidget. I don't know. It's
yeah,
cool,
it's
but not for us.
It's hard to describe.
Walking. Talking to you.
The vocal's too loud in this one.
Change in my pocket.
Maybe they reference like that Drake Gordo stuff.
Yeah, it's not like sitting in the record properly. For a house track, it's not sitting in the record. For a pop record, then maybe.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I like the groove and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I like it, but it's not retail. It's missing like a sub or something there. Skrillex's vocals.
It only comes alive when it's dark enough.
It's vibey. Again, if it's vibey, it's not for us. We want club bangers.
Dude.
I'm in it tonight, shit in it, doing it. I'm in it tonight, shit in it, doing it. I'm in it tonight, shit in it, doing it.
Too afro. Like I almost was like,
yeah, the vocal's sick.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? The drum groove isn't bad, but the sound selection
very afro.
Pulls it, and it's because it's soft. Like, I don't know.
Imagine I'm in it tonight. I'm in it to win it. I'm in it tonight.
And then you use like a check my brain. Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. It would be sick. But then it'll be a Black Phoenix track.
Yeah.
You ever played rugby? Not for us. It's just the vibe. Sound isn't bad. Kick and bass isn't bad. It's not special. No offense. It's not special. Someone has to tell you it's not special. Why am I going to take out a track from Acid and put yours in? Acid's record has a big sample of Mi Gente, so it's like, ooh, you know, people know it. So it's like, they go crazy. No one's going to go, like, what is there to go crazy on your record? It's a cool track, but it needs that special element. And if you figure that out, brother, you have a Beatport #1, and you'll be famous, and you'll be rich, brother.
When the bass,
I see what you're trying to go for. I don't know. It's not there. Not it, that record. bad bitch, get on the floor. Heard that vocal. I don't know how to explain it. Not for us. Sounds like Tool Room, but it's missing the energy of a Tool Room record.
Cannot sign that.
I mean, it's, yeah, I don't know.
Also, the idea is not for us, but we can't sign it. Not for us.
Productions aren't bad on your records, though.
Playing Black Myth.
It's, I don't know, it's nothing special for me.
Interesting respace, but I don't know if it works. I think the sound selection is not it.
It's too much the same, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, as we keep going, like, we've now listened to well over 150 records. So, I'm gonna go quicker, and I need something to blow me away now, you know. This isn't mastered properly, I can see it on track stack. Yeah, you gotta work on your engineering before you can get on the label. You gotta work more on it.
Bacardi.
Let's go!
I'm drinking that Bacardi and driving a Ferrari moving.
It's not it. The vocals are not cool, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone can relate to driving the Ferrari.
And drinking Bacardi.
Drinking, we can all relate to drinking and driving, but not in a Ferrari and not Bacardi. No, that's messed up. It's just, it's missing the groove, it's missing the energy, it's missing the thing, yeah, it's missing.
The it factor. You lost me there.
Not bad. A little too compressed and saturated, so it's like distorting. It's probably your master on this one. The groove isn't bad. No more saw waves. I think we're done with the saw. We're done with that. 2025. No more. Sound isn't there.
Yeah.
Gotta keep working on that. Sound selection. Guys, everything is sound selection. The sounds you choose. You cannot pick the first kick drum you hear. You cannot pick the first clap you hear. You gotta go through it, you know, until you feel like, oh, this one's really good.
Put your dicks up, get your dicks up, put your motherfucking sticks up. They suck, that's
come on.
Up, get your rates up for the motherfucking princess. So she mean she think you kinda like it, Sally Mama. Don't you cool it enough, but she get hotter than a summer. Take a trip out of Japan and I tsunami hover.
I can be the thing you want tonight. I can be the one you want. I can be the thing you want tonight. I can be the one you want. I can be the thing you want tonight. I can.
I think the vocal is not as strong as you think or hoping it is, but when it's on the drop, it doesn't really carry the record. Yeah.
The groove is like, that's literally how I felt.
Yeah, no,
like,
Baby, bounce on it.
like a wall filter on the trumpet. That's crazy.
The groove isn't bad. So the groove is good here. I think the kick drum's a little too soft. Doesn't have the punch, like it's missing a little bit of punch. Not bad. Again, missing the it factor on that record.
Mix is not there.
I like the idea.
Yeah, but the bait, there's
no sub.
Yeah.
It's missing the sub. Got Yeah.
Check the Nautic record. The last one that we released, I think, does something similar, but the kick and bass is correct. Not for us.
No offense, that's some SpongeBob house music.
One, two, three, four.
Cool garagey elements, but I don't think it's for us.
It's not a bad record.
Yeah.
It's not a bad record. It's just not for us. But
I
it's
might
not
listen
bad.
to it on Spotify
Yeah.
like if it came up, but not for retail.
Not bad.
Also, maybe try stripping it back too. Might have a lot going on.
Sound selection isn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, not there. Am I refreshing the page? Let's see how much damage we did.
Not as much as you think.
I feel like I'm watching a SpaceX rocket. Oh, nice.
God.
Under 100. Hey, nobody's in those rockets. It's okay. Just debris flying all over our ocean.
Mm-hmm.
For the rest of my life, I slow in my eyes.
My brother, I hope those aren't your
my
vocals.
life.
It's no good. Those vocals are no good.
Too minimal.
Yeah, a little too minimal. Not bad though. Sound isn't bad. So, some advice for anyone who's still watching, the 40 people who are still watching in this chat, or if you're watching it later, you're still somehow here. I think it's better to send 2 records a week than 5 at a time, because if the first one isn't great, then I'm gonna be like, and the second one isn't good either. Then by the third one, I'm like, fuck. By the fourth, I'm like, fuck this. And by fifth, I'm like, I close my laptop and stop listening to records because I got burnt. So it's better to send 2 a week. Like that, I like to switch so I can. Every artist is a different sound. So if I only see, like, I don't know if you noticed, I skipped a bit. I see Gauss is probably gonna be different than Matt, and Matt is gonna be different than Victor. So if I don't like 1 or 2, I'm like, cool, let's hear the next one. That's gonna be completely different. So now my brain is entertained. But when it's the same artist, you have a sound, you have a thing you like, so it's gonna be similar, and you can actually see it. Funny enough, these 3 records have the same structure, which is fine. But my point of being of you're going to make what you like, and if I don't like one, I'm probably not going to like the other 4. There's a higher chance, and by the third one, I definitely know I'm not going to like the 4th and 5th one. So, keep that in mind. This guy sent 7 records and said sorry. It's better to send 2 a week. Listen, we're doing a demo roast, so at least that's different.
We'll let it slide.
Nothing special on that one.
I will say I do like it though. Reminds me a lot of old Dirty Bird stuff. This too. I think the production could be a little tighter, but this is some shit I would like
Idea's
dance to.
not
100%.
terrible, but it's missing like, I don't know, the drive in the record.
I know what you mean.
Spin
It kind
off
of just happens.
Getting shit on by 12-year-olds and Marvel rivals while listening to the boys roast demo sessions. Listen, that's gonna be us at 1 a.m.
Yeah, we're definitely hopping on. I got him to play for the first time yesterday. It was good.
Hey,
He's like, it's easy. I'm level 5 in 1 day.
it's a game for babies.
It's a game for babies.
Ain't no Call of Duty.
Also, what's your main?
Last time got so both looking goofy and so drinking Henny.
I didn't realize I was English until I said Henny. Or is it not?
Looking goofy and so last time got so both looking
It's like Beltran, but it's missing the Beltran factor.
It's the sound selection, in my opinion. The production needs to be a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
Like things just kind of hang over each other. It's not like concise is the word I would use.
Who's the guy you made?
Me?
Yeah.
Depends.
What
If
you
I'm
like?
on Tank, Groot,
Oh, you
Groot's
like
my
the, what's
guy.
the guy? The shark. He plays the shark guy.
Oh, Jeff.
Jeff,
Luna
yeah.
Snow is my main healer,
Who
but
was
Jeff
the
is
other?
dope.
Who was the girl I was playing?
Oh, he was playing freaking Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, she's cheap.
She's good though. I like her. Hey, Rockets go to 2. I have Rocket Knighted.
Like, idea's not bad. It's just missing. I don't know the it factor on it. No, that one. Sounds not bad though. Keep sending. Not for us. A little West Endy type of little bass line.
Dude, I don't know. Hella for me is not it. Like for the first season 0, like before this current season of the game. I'm sorry, I have to.
You waiting for your
I
track
got-
to get roasted? He's talking about Marvel.
Dude, I mained Black Widow. I was like that sweaty. Okay, like I'm still sweaty with her, but I stopped playing her for a good reason. I was not enjoying the game as much as I should have. It's a fucking game. But Hella really infuriates me. I don't think it's for us.
Yeah.
Sounds are okay. What?
It's not bad, but you should send it to Trace Mounts, West End's label. I think that's more of his sound. It's not really our sound. Like, we occasionally play 1 or 2 records that sound like that at the end of our set. I like groovers. Yeah, a little
Same
too
thing, yeah.
hard. And guys, just because we say no to your record doesn't mean the next one we won't like. So always send. It doesn't hurt. It's free to send, unless you pay a membership on Crack Stack. But then it's free to send. I'm gonna skip to this one again. I don't want to listen to 5 records.
Great sound.
Vibey record.
Great sound. I love it.
Doesn't fit in our set.
Guaranteed that would be saved on my Spotify, but just not for us. Oh, that's a dope sound. Hell yeah. Might have too
feel like
much ADHD shit, but the
Yeah.
idea, like, I'm like
Can you-
80% club test, yes. That's how I feel about it. Yeah, maybe leave a comment, because I would love to test it, but it's a little too skippity-yippity.
Let me do this. Can you send a version with less busy drums, aka congos, bongos?
Congos.
Yeah, right? I feel like it might be cooler with less of it.
Yeah, like, it's cool. The groove drums, like, all the stuff that provides the groove,
Yeah.
that isn't kick, bass, and hat, is dope. Just maybe not so much.
Alright, Matt. The respace just isn't for us.
Yeah.
At least in this setting, it's not something we would necessarily play.
I think, yeah, like, this bass lends itself really good to, like, being kind of choppy. And that, I guess it technically still is a Reese, right? But what makes it work is that the sound doesn't occupy as much of the mid-range as the first idea, where your brain is actively paying attention to it. This, you kind of more feel, right? So you can kind of chop it up. The other one, I almost expected it to be longer, almost like a garage record, right? But
bass is like super stereo on this. Weird.
Yeah. I like it though. Not for us. This one's not for us either.
Sound production. Bassline is really good. It's for a minimal label. I think you can get this one signed.
Yeah, this is good. Just again, not for retail, but I like it.
Send this, yeah, send it to more underground labels than us. We're one layer underground, maybe two. But there's still many layers.
Yeah,
that's the best analogy, bro. The underground, there's layers on layers on layers. There's always gonna be someone more underground than who you think is the most underground person.
Like
who plays on vinyl that plays one hi hat every 3 minutes, and people will just. It's just like techno with
10-minute
one hat that goes. And just like
10-minute record, but we changed the drums at the 7-minute mark. Lose your shit.
Not the same thing.
There's no bass line. What happened?
I think.
You think that fart was a bass line?
That's what. Yeah, I think that's her intention. But
There's
if
no
you
sub.
can't hear it, then you don't know that there's no sub.
There's no sub.
I mentioned earlier, use a low pass to reference if you don't have that capability, or headphones. Something. You gotta get the job done somehow. Not for us though.
Production.
I think the production was okay, just not. It's not for us. Same thing. This is very like washed out, spacey. Not our vibe. Cool melody. A bit too distorted though. This is bass house for sure. I wouldn't call this tech house. I love the melody.
I think it's cool. It has potential. It's missing a hook, and then definitely the annoying 3 drop, like the synth 3 drops can be maybe like a little annoying after a while.
Yeah, like if you have the synth on this drop, the middle drop, shouldn't have it. You should do something else. It's a really good melody though.
Yeah, it has potential. So it's not for us, but potential.
Are you insane? Yes.
Hey, I like that. Cool switch up.
Yes.
It reminds me of like a Swedish house record or something, but it's the way it's built. It's not working for me. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think the arrangement needs to present itself differently, but this is my favorite one you sent so far.
You have some cool ideas. I liked your synth ideas. Keep going. One of them will click for us, I think.
Yeah.
By the way, for everyone, no more radio mixes because then I can't DJ the record if you send me a radio mix. Make an intro, make an outro. Record's not complete until there's an intro and outro.
True. Too slow for us.
It's cool, it's groovy, but groovy and vibey, which is not for retail. You need more driving and energy. Keep sending.
Don't call my phone.
Too slow, too pulled back.
Yeah, but the groove is
It's
cool.
not like peak time, because when we hop in the club, it's either we're playing the peak of the club or we're playing right before the peak of the club. And so we need to bring the energy. And so if I started with that record, people are going to like be slow. You need to come in with a bang.
Yeah.
They fucking loud, but they ain't in my way. I don't need give a fuck what they say.
I did not know where the groove of that vocal is going.
Yeah, too.
I think you might need to help the audience understand where the groove is because that came out of nowhere. Like I was not ready for it at all. Can't sign that. Also, it's too minimal.
Yeah, too minimal heavy. When you say AI vocal, do you mean like you ripped it off the track? Because yeah, I know that. Or did you recover it using his vocals on an AI server. So essentially, you're still gonna get sued because it's his voice.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Red flag, she's full of scars. She likes reading tarot cards.
I like the bass line, but it's not for us.
That's too chuggy, I guess. Too
It's minimal.
Yeah, too heavy.
Also, the groove's all over the place.
I want make some happy music for fun, for a change. I feel like the music is like not happy. There's no low end dress. No low end. It's like Tony Romero's record. Alright, J-Cats, don't disappoint us, brother, because you're on the bill. J-Cats is on the bill. You're on the bill of what? 1-800-LUCKY, Miami Music Week, free party. Oh my god, it's free, and it's on the Wednesday, and it's right before John Summit's party, so like you can go to both. It's insane.
I'll get to you in a second, Mike.
I feel like the kick is holding the record back.
The mix isn't 100% there, but the flute melody, whatever that is, simplify it. Or maybe even less than that. But don't have so many variations of it happening all at the same time, back to back to back, because it makes it hard to remember. You want to ingrain it into people's heads because it's a good melody.
That kick for me is holding it back. It's too, and so it slows the record down.
Also, experiment with the vocal, because I think just having it completely wet all the time may not be the move.
Yeah. Andres, we went through your tracks quickly. I see you're in the chat. Yeah, you got to work on your sound, engineer, watch videos.
Reference other people's tracks.
Yeah, reference people's tracks. Compare A/B the tracks.
Arrangement, super important. So your sounds are actually like kind of okay, but the melodies, the idea, like the presentation, your idea of the track, it does not work.
So I don't know, like I think the beginners like to do these things because I used to do it because we were all beginners at some point. Where anything you find that's cool, you throw it in the record, whether it works or doesn't. Because you're like, oh, this is an element. Oh, look at this sound, and it blows you away because you're producing a record for the first time. So you're like, wow, I found this cool sound. But for us, who's listened to millions of records through our lives and playing them and doing, I mean, think about how many we listen to at least 500 songs a week because of Trackstack and because of In-Flight. All the stuff that's on other labels that we never got, all the stuff on Beatport. It's 500 records a week. You got to blow us away in that 500 records.
Real quick, just to get to Mike regarding the AI, the thing about it is that it's a gray area, right? You have to remember, if for example, if I posted regular YouTube videos and then somebody trains a model off of my voice without permission, and people start using my voice for whatever they want to do, that would be an issue with me, okay? There might be artists out there that don't have an issue with it. How do you know that for sure? If you are using somebody else's likeness, okay, to re-sing something, whether it's your own voice, whether it's something you ripped, you're going to have multiple problems there, because they can come after you for their likeness. If it sounds enough like them, that you have a case. I'm pretty sure there was a court ruling recently that said you cannot copyright AI content. So anything off of Suno, anything off of whatever else other software you're using, is not protected. You don't have the rights to use that stuff.
It's
unless
really great.
Unless you do. To specifically say it is royalty free, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But if you use Gunna's voice, that's Gunna's voice.
Uh-huh.
That's his copyright. That's literally him. So
Yep.
it's his instrument. So when it comes to vocals, that's what people don't understand. If you say something, you put it on a record, so you copyright that record in a sense, and then uses your voice on another AI, it's still your voice. It's your instrument. You
Now,
own it.
If somebody says something, right, in a track specifically, because we're talking about music here, for example, hi, my name is, right, and you go, oh man, that'd be a dope hook. So you pick up the mic and you sing. No, but they might come after you over the publishing. Those are two different things.
So you're talking about Gasolina. Gasolina, that's a publishing issue. It's not a copyright, because in Gasolina, we didn't use Daddy Yankee's voice. He didn't use Daddy Yankee's voice. It's clearly not Daddy Yankee's voice.
Covered it.
He covered it. So that's hiring someone else's vocal cords instruments to sing it. That being said, we don't collect any publishing on that track, or maybe ATCG does, but he could get sued on the publishing end because the original idea, the words and the flow, is a publishing issue. So it's a cover. So like for Tego, our track Tego, it's a cover. If you listen to it and A/B it to the original, it's not the same instruments. We actually paid somebody their services for this to cover it because we couldn't find the sounds. And this guy found something that was super close. So he covered it. We've covered a few other records. Rewind It Back is a sample. The idea was a sample from Ludacris, Apple Bottom. Is it Usher? I don't know. Yeah, Usher's Yeah. At the end of the song, Ludacris goes, take that, Rewind It Back. We took that, we sampled it, we thought the record was cool, so what did we do? We hired then somebody to re-sing it on Fiverr. Paid somebody $10, $20 to just re-sing that line. And now it's like more of a publishing issue if they were going to come after us for it. But it's not a copyright sample. So this is where it gets complicated. Music business, you can watch a bunch of videos on that. Let's finish this a bit, because sent to a lot of records.
Instrumental plug, we'll comment in a second. We'll go through some records and I'll come back.
Yeah, no minimal deep tech for us.
Bring it back.
Cool. I like the sound selection. I just don't think the record's for us. Like it doesn't draw my attention.
You definitely have your sound.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But you got to find the label that fits your sound, and unfortunately, that is not us. Moment. Movie record.
Keep on pushing harder. Yeah, you got to.
I get deep.
I'd say like this was the closest one for us, but again, it's not special enough. This record's really good. It's not for us, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Like, you should definitely send it out and you'll get it signed. I like it. More, it's just that layer underground. Open up there. Yeah. So I'm gonna say what instrument plug is asking. It's not for us. What does that mean? It just means I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other way to say I don't like the record. It's not for us. I don't want to play it. I don't like it. I don't want to listen to it. It sounds mean, but like, that's the nicest way to say it. It's not for us. Because just because I don't like it doesn't mean John Summit won't be like, this is my favorite record, and then he plays it and everyone else thinks it's amazing and it goes viral on TikTok. And then you are rich and you are successful and you have an amazing life, a beautiful wife and kids and a dog, you know. But I will forever be like, yeah, I'm not crazy about that record. I don't know why it's number one, or I don't like it, or I understand why it's number one. It's not for me, not for us.
Yeah,
full circle moment. It's not for us. So I hope that can make it clear.
This
is a taste thing, right? You have to. It's all taste, and we're also two different people, so that's why we clashed on some records earlier today. But it's a matter of, do you appeal to this person's taste buds? If that's the record label you're trying to get signed on. Another example of that is, I remember Cloud Von Stroke said, I'm not really signing songs with like snare builds. So we were making one record one day and we were like, you know what? Let's not put a snare build in the song and send it to them. And we did, and they signed it.
Yeah.
And we made it so we liked it. That being said, I'm not going to not sign a record if it has a snare build personally, but we know his taste and what he wanted, and we delivered that to him. And he signed the record. So you're always going to have to play into the A&R and listen to what they're putting out and what they like, and it won't always be for us, even though you might think it's the best record ever, and maybe everyone else does. It might not be for us. I hope that can explain it for everybody.
Yeah, again, we're also really not trying to offend anybody. We're trying to be genuine, transparent, and blunt to the point, not waste our time, your time. So,
and the amount of money we put into the label, like, you have to think about it. We have to put things that we really love and like.
And time. If I have to do 3 mixes and masters for records for sale or for an EP, that takes up almost my entire day.
Yeah, and you can self-release, you can do it, but that's what we're providing for you. We're providing a platform, we're providing you videos of us playing the record, we're putting it out to our with our PR company, with Relish, that we partner with. We're doing all these things that you could do as well. But we're putting our money on the line, and we have to hope your record sells as well. And you know what?
Our time. Like I said, if I'm investing my time, okay, which I could be spending to make a Black V-neck record, okay, if I don't really like your track, why the fuck would you want me working on it? Do you think, and this is just pure psychological like viewpoint here, do you want someone that doesn't like your track as much, or maybe even from the global perspective that doesn't really work in that genre to be working on a track, or you want someone that really likes your track and or works on that genre consistently, right? We have to like the things we're releasing, because psychologically we will put above 100% effort into doing it.
And here's the best part about it. There's records we like and love and put out, and it does nothing. Nobody likes it, nobody sells it. Even our own records, sometimes it happens.
Yep.
But the difference is we like it, and we're willing to put our money and our time and everything towards it. And if it fails, we'll be like, damn, that sucks. We think everyone else is wrong, but whatever. And we keep it moving, and you go to the next one. And that's life, and that's music. You gotta just go to the next record. Do you think it's good to do self-releases?
Haha. So aside from the fact that we've already signed a track with this sample,
we didn't sign it, but our buddy Nautic sent it to us that has that sample.
I thought we did sign it yet?
No.
Okay. Anyways, this is really busy. You have way too much stuff happening at the same time. It's very noisy. Kind of hard to distinguish everything. Our brains are very good, especially if you're the one working on the track. You know exactly what you put there, and you might be thinking to yourself, yeah, I can hear everything. There's no problem here. That's not how that works. If you're in a club setting and you're playing a track for the first time, there are things our brain pays attention to, and there are things that our body feels. If you have 8 things that our brain is trying to actively dissect at the same time, plus a bunch of noise, and like, it does not work. Reference other people's tracks.
Yeah. Self-releasing, I mean, it's up to you. It's if you have the time and money to do it, you can do it, but it doesn't mean it's going to work, and it might work as well. I think you have a 1% chance. I think it helps when you get on a label, because you're getting the opinion of another A&R and someone else. Now be careful, because there are labels that aren't like us, that go, that record sounds, it's mix and mastered good enough, and the idea is good enough that I can put out, and I make a few pennies off of streaming, and I collect it forever because I put perpetuity on the contract, and now I forever at least made $50 on this record. And then you do $50 times 100 records you sign in 1 year, that adds up. You gotta be careful with people, those type of labels as well. But I think the labels are the move, because you're getting a cosign, you're getting their network, but you have to send to the right ones.
Yeah.
Which is why we take pride in how we release our records and give you the tools, whether you have 1 follower, 1,000, or 10,000, or 50,000, or 100,000 followers.
We're not. If you notice, we haven't clicked on anyone's profile to see.
Yeah, we don't check your Instagram followers.
It does not. It literally
because we care about the music, and it has to touch us at the end of the day. And again, that's where it becomes an opinionative, and that's every label.
I don't really give up.
I think it's too minimal.
The sound is cool, like the
groove is
production,
cool.
Yeah, but it's like this. I don't like the storytelling in the record. I feel like it just stays the whole time. Shit, did I double? I feel like I double deleted.
There's a
the
lot
record.
of distortion on that.
I think I double deleted a record, and if I did, I am sorry. If you're watching the stream, resend it. If you're not, sorry, I can't.
I don't know why it does it that way.
I feel like I clicked it twice. All right, let's roast win-win. We do have a record together. Hopefully that gets signed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Please resend it. We'll refresh.
So sorry, man. I'm glad you're watching, though. Again, I'm done with the soft synths. That's me.
This is a great example of solid production. Objectively good sounds used, but the idea isn't strong enough for us. It just doesn't.
And Win-Win's the homie, so we're biased.
Yep.
Think about that. All right, let's listen.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. We'll check
let's
it out.
listen to these 4, and then we'll refresh the page and find yours on the bottom. It's cool.
I'm glad you guys find this useful. Like, we're not doing this for our own health at the end of the day.
It's cool. It's just UK Garage, and we don't sign UK Garage, but cool. Sorry, I just want to say, you know why we don't sign UK Garage? Because we don't play UK Garage. So I can't put it in the set. Or I can try and squeeze it if it's really amazing record. But at the same time, I'm also not a UK Garage connoisseur. So I don't know good UK Garage from bad UK Garage. I am a house connoisseur. I know good house music because I've been playing it for years.
Regardless, though, even like he just said, maybe it's amazing. And who cares if it's not true UK Garage? If we really like the record, we might say yes and put it in the set. Whatever. So...
Cool.
Do you know what makes you
I like the bass line a lot. It reminds me of old 90s house shit, but not for us.
This one I don't like because of that synth, but I think the stuff you have is cool. You have a lot of potential.
Real quick. So here's the issue with doing a competition or whatever for a collab with us. If the first place song that we this is our favorite one, if we don't like it enough, then we're not going to do it. So
I thought about it, and that's the only reason why I'm like...
Look, I'll be completely transparent. There are artists that submit to us, and we're like, damn, like, this record could be so cool. Can we work on it and, do something together? We've done that more than a handful of times. And sometimes, we finish it and it comes out more often than not. And there have been one or two maybe that we don't finish because we couldn't find anything. That is, in my opinion, significantly more organic and more likely to happen than a competition that, at the end of the day, won't do anything for anybody if the tracks that are submitted don't work for us.
I'm trying to click Mikey's record and it doesn't let me because it's down here.
What?
I'm trying to click his record that's down here that he resubmitted.
Yeah, but why is it like that?
It's a track stack glitch. Track stack is cool because they're an independent company and they're actually sponsoring our party at 1-800-LUCKY. That's free Wednesday, March 26th for Miami Music Week with special guest Shiba-san and all artists who've been on Retail Records. But yeah, they're always updating the website, so sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. But overall, the platform is amazing. So I'm going to try and get to it. I think I have to...
How much time do you have, Conway?
That Miami sound, that Miami Will Smith. Just
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, sound isn't bad. It's
not
just
for us.
That pausa, groovy, funky thing. No, I never liked it, and I don't like it on his records. And those are Beatport #1s. So
why can't? Fucking click it. Oh my god, dude.
We just need someone else.
Can we? Oh, sorry, we didn't mean to DOS your email.
Here we go. Everyone, send a email. Don't look here.
Whatever you do, don't look at the email. Let it ride. Oh, you can't sign that. Honestly, I think if you made the vocal more of a moment, this could be cool, like
Yeah.
just as a bootleg, but obviously we cannot
Also,
find
like
this.
filter the volume down so the drums disappear, so it fades, and then
Yeah.
you have the vocal by itself. Maybe you do that here.
Like that, boom, and then the beat happens.
Yeah, because you have the vocal just like
happen
just
into the
straight
drop
the whole time.
Yeah, I think you need to make it a moment. Also, it can be louder.
Yeah.
Better than you.
Yeah.
You. Like, get creative.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not for us. I know you said you can change the vocal, but like the vocal is everything, right?
Yeah,
like,
the
that's
vocal is the idea
of the record. So
maybe cover it.
or find a new idea,
Yeah.
or just make a new record. You always learn. You always learn from your previous records because you're just adding on to it. Make a new one.
All right, let's listen to some, and then maybe peep Conway's because he has to leave in
Yeah.
15 minutes. I'm just happy to be here.
Not for us.
too, man.
It's just not our style. Like it doesn't fit our style. Let's see. Oh, Dewey. Are you under a different name, Conway, or did I pass it and I don't see it anywhere? Let me know if you got a different artist name.
On OnlyFans, ooh, she on OnlyFans, and you got him up in plan. Ooh, she on OnlyFans.
It's a little straight, and the production is not quite there.
Yeah, I like
also, the vocal it's cool,
I don't know.
but
It's not. I think it's
yeah,
It's like
I
basic.
just don't see it in our set.
Basic. It's basic. We don't want to be basic. Nobody wants to be.
I don't know. Some people do basic really well. I might take flack for this, but like Kim Kardashian's basic, and she's
I think
super
she's the
successful.
definition. Like she's the one who created it, though. You know what I mean? She created the baseline, so that's different. You could, I don't want to say any artist specific, right? But there are artists who you will say are basic, but they created that baseline. So any artist you can think of right now, you're like, their music is basic, but they made the benchmark, and then everyone's copying them. So
Set the
it
bar,
created,
yeah.
became basic, if that makes sense. So it's different if you create the bar. Conway, what's your artist name, brother? I don't see it. Am I going crazy?
It's mastered enough. If it's not
Is that actually
minus
the artist
3
name?
LUFS, I don't want it. Slam the records, brother.
Brother, you
What
gotta tell me your
are
artist name.
dynamics?
I can't find it.
Yeah, my cold one, my water.
Let them think it's tequila.
If I could chug tequila like that. I think that bass line needs to be way more prominent. Like, I heard it right before the bum 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 bum. Like, that's cool. Why don't I hear it? Also, the drums might be a touch busy.
I like the drum sounds, like the selection of the drums, but it's definitely too busy.
I'm gonna say it again. Perceived dynamics is a huge thing. You guys need to really like understand that concept and not set all of your drums to the same level. Yes, you can get things loud and not have everything be at the same level or sound like it is.
So someone asked, a label sent me to, are interested in some records and asked you to send records at -6 dB. Any advice on the best way to do that? Yeah, just turn off your master chain and then make sure it's not peaking over 0.
I'm gonna rant. That's fucking stupid. As long as you are not clipping, it does not matter. You should not have to send it at -6
But
dB.
they want you to do that because they're gonna remaster the record.
I
That's
don't.
why.
It doesn't
But that's
matter.
how it works. That's how it works.
But it doesn't. I promise you,
I'm
it
saying
doesn't
that's how
fucking
labels
matter.
ask.
But if they're asking for it that way, just do it. Put utility at the end and subtract until you have the headroom that they want. That's asinine.
This record is sleepy. Oh, here it is. We drove over it like 1,000 times.
I think you really should reference some other people's tracks. See the elements and how they apply them, because I can see that you're starting to pick cool sounds, but they don't really work in the way maybe you would hope that they would, or how you in your head want to present them. Pick a track that you think sounds similar to yours, or maybe you were inspired to make this track off of another one. Put that in your DAW and like listen to how they use their sounds, how their arrangement works, X, Y, and Z, and go from there. I think you'll notice a big difference.
I would say the only one to maybe stay away from that a little bit, like not a lot, but a little bit, is Walker and Royce. Granted, we love them, we've opened for them, we know them personally, but their records are unique in their way, where they almost feel a little bit all over the place, if that makes sense, when they manage to make it cohesive. So they're like a very special case. So I feel like a lot of people probably do reference them, and they are dope, but that's what makes them special. So be careful. Sometimes those basic things we're talking about, you can learn some really easy things that make your records, work on the dance floor. So basic isn't always bad in that sense.
Also, don't push the record for the sake of pushing it, because you're distorting, and that doesn't add anything to the
the vocal's too loud, so I can't even hear what it's saying. Nilo, I see you in the chat. You had the dopest bass line of the day so far. Put it in club test. We'll be in touch soon, I think, for that record. It's cool.
Yeah, rewind if you want to check the feedback.
It's in there somewhere. Gunnar, you're in the chat. Let me ask you a question. Where's your kick? It's like buried in the record.
It's like very saturated, the kick, but perceived dynamic.
Yeah, the mix isn't right. Like the kick is non-existent.
Yeah, you gotta get the mix right. I almost, just off the headphones, I can almost guarantee you that the sub is way louder than the kick drum. You might just have to find another kick. Also,
Like
I don't know if that
synth
pad
is so loud.
Yeah, I don't know if that works.
It can maybe work, but it's like 6 dB louder than it should be, so it's on top of the record. So you just gotta.
I notice also you have a lot of low mid buildup, and frequency masking is a thing. Physics, right? Our ears makes it a lot harder. Maybe not physics, but the way psychoacoustics works is if you have a frequency that is too loud next to a frequency right next to it, it will mask it. Literally, we cannot hear it. So try reducing that low mid range and watch how that transforms the mids and the highs of your record.
Yeah, let's try to end the stream in a bit. So if you haven't sent and you're thinking about it, send it now, because we got like 10 more minutes, I think. It doesn't go anywhere, the record.
Yeah.
The groove is cool, but it doesn't go anywhere. And the thing is, that sound's been done for like 3-4 years now. I like that sample, actually. I don't, as a Cuban, I don't want to hear like salsa house unless it's like a giant record that.
Dude, I love my classic salsa.
But I'm saying like a house.
I know, but it doesn't necessarily work on top of house drum.
It's cool. Send that to Hellbent. I feel like that's their Clooney style right there. It's a tasty sax.
Yeah.
Tasty sax. I give
Look,
you that.
And I don't like sax.
He hates
Sax is on house records.
That's a cool record.
Get ready for the magic. It's a magic. Go on. Get ready for the magic. It's a magic. It's a magic. Go on.
It's not bad.
Again, the sound is played out.
You're on the right track. Keep going.
Yeah.
And then you'll find that special thing, and that'll make you stick out.
Look, there are people right now, currently, right, that are doing really well with that type of sound. But what is it that makes them work, right? Versus your idea. What's special about it? Why would we, like Julian said, replace a song in our set with yours?
And if they made it work, how are you going to be better than them?
Yeah.
Because they're the originators, or the ones who are known for it. That's the other thing I think about. The vocal's too loud, and it's like flat bass.
Obfuscated, yeah. Not for the label.
No
Not for
offense,
us.
brother, but that sounds like YouTube background music. Queer eye transition music.
EDM.
Yeah, vocal loud, too compressed. EDM. It's not really for us. Get this. What's up, PSPS? Got to hang out with you 2 days ago. Surprised you didn't submit, actually.
Hey, Dub Groove. The production isn't there. I'm pretty sure we cannot sign that vocal.
I mean, I think maybe it is an acapella. Either way, though, the idea is sick, the groove is sick, but the production isn't helping. It's not getting it there to make it stand out. So, like, the vocal's super dry on top of this groovy record. I don't want to get into what you could do to make it better because it's paced and complicated, and I don't have time. But keep sending, keep working on it, keep working on your craft. You're going places. Sorry, I'm going to go right back up here since I skipped these 5 records. It's unique, but I don't like all the...
I'm out of Balenciaga. Then I'm wearing Gucci. I'm wearing Gucci, that Prada, Balenciaga.
It's cool. It's I don't know if you ever heard of Sage Armstrong. That's kind of what it reminds me of, but Sage's tracks have something about them that makes me like it more than this. I'm not saying it doesn't have potential, but not for us.
Jam, not be banned in the USA. That's right. Tell right behind you. Girls.
I feel like it's a mix of Chris Stussy and like the sound from like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. It's not bad.
Got fake booty, got fake titty, got
But
fake nose,
something.
got fake face. That's what it reminds me of.
No,
That's a bit abrasive.
The stutter is too much. Monotown, you guys still in this chat 3 hours later? Too aggressive, I feel, and then the track is like it's not driving enough either.
Yeah, it's interesting because you picked really aggressive sounds, but it's
and
like
the track is like kind of laid back.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
find the balance.
It almost doesn't work for any DJs because the DJs who like aggressive sounds like, and especially now, fast, and then the DJs like us who like rounder, bouncier sounds like the driving aspect. So then you're missing an element for both almost.
Yeah. I do not like that hat pan.
You can't call yourself monotone and have a stereo pan pad, bro. It's not bad, this one. Reminds me of Cave Studio or Boys in Italy. It's not bad. Keep going. You guys are going to find your sound. I think you just got to keep going until one of the ideas are the one. Or is the mate. I'm not sure where the kick drum was.
I've heard some stuff like that. Not for us. Oh, I kind of want to hear where this goes. All right.
It's cool because I feel like I know how you're making it. I really hope you are making it on like actual drum machines and stuff because that's sick. Yeah, it's not necessarily for us.
Hey.
See, like it's not
good.
bad. It's just it's a whole different layer of underground that isn't us. Yeah, Swishy, what's good? Let me see what you got.
If you stop, if you slip, that's the way it goes.
Ooh, wait, go back. What you doing?
If you stop, if you slip, that's the way it goes. One step, one time, better keep control. If you stop, if you slip, that's the way it goes.
Fat groove.
I don't say.
Can you go to last drop?
That's the way it goes. I don't wait, I don't say.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. The last drop can do that. I think the first drop you need to have full drums because you're introduced to the record and you'd be surprised, but that doesn't always work. If people aren't taking to it, they want to have something to dance to at least, even if it takes them the rest of the record to get to like the record by the time the second drop happens. Because the reaction to the second drop of having no drums is going to be a lot bigger than the first drop.
So she has dope ideas. We actually did a collab that we're gonna send out to some labels in a bit, but he has really dope ideas. Got to keep working on his sound, I think, a little bit more, but he's creative. Well produced.
Yeah.
Just not crazy about it for us and our sound. I'm not a fan of the acoustic guitar thing on top. That I've heard we've heard already. So think about this, guys. If you're still somehow watching, I really hope there's one person who watches this from start to finish. How many records did we hear with like that type of Latin guitar acoustic on top of it? Like at least 6 or 7. So now you putting it, or do you think you're original, or there's other 7 guys who are doing it, and that's just who sent it to this label? So things to think about. I want you to rework this record
And make it go somewhere. Because it feels very linear.
Try a fat 808.
The chop is super dope. Love it.
It isn't like an 808. It's just like the sound isn't there. See, that's another. The idea is cool. The sound isn't there. Devani, brother, I hope you're still in this chat.
Nobody move.
Completely ridiculous.
Nobody get hurt. Nobody move. Nobody move.
It's unique.
Yeah.
It's unique. It's not for us. Not bad.
I just don't see it in our set.
But it's unique. Different. Which I appreciate.
We got everything you need right now.
I feel like if the sound was fatter, like if you A-B'd a Sampacho record, which sometimes his is a little distorted for me, but that type of energy behind the record with that trumpet idea could be interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like it's missing that energy because of the sound selection. Or maybe these are not super mastered.
Appreciate you, JC. That's hard. But I want to clap there.
Surprise, usually don't like clap.
No, but this is hard. I love this fucking... I know this sample too. This must be a famous...
This one's super cool. I like this one the most. I hate that you have version 25.
Gives me anxiety.
But yeah, the sound needs to be like...
Yeah. It's a sick fucking record.
I'm gonna put it on Club Test so we can listen to it again later. But work on your sound, bro. Like, in not in a bad way. Like, in a... You will have something dope, interesting if you work on it. You know? So, keep going. So, mad respect to Gunnar, Devani, JC, all the guys who've been here from the beginning. Listen, we're not asking for donations on the stream or anything like that. We want you to get better so we can sign your records, and then we get to work together and do things together in the future. And you'll be like, yo, Black V-neck discovered me. And then when you outpace us and you're more famous than us, you'll be like, yo, damn, I remember that kid when he was a nobody. Now I'm poor and he's rich. That's life.
Dude, your dad played instruments on that track? That's fucking so sick.
Sick.
Like, I don't know if y'all know this, but we are both instrumentalists, and that's how we met. We both play the French horn. I'm a drummer, do a bunch of other stupid shit too. But it's not really instruments that, you know, we are like, yeah, let's put this on a record, right? So that's really dope that you can do that. And it really brings uniqueness, I guess that's a word, to your sound. All right, let's keep moving. Too much verb on that vocal.
But this is a good example of a great kick and bass.
Yeah. I like it. This is club test for me.
It's not bad. Very
the mix needs work, but
it reminds me of Medusa's label. Not bad.
The boom put on your screw face.
No, this was
yeah
for me.
It's just
I think the kick might be too much for the arrangement.
It's just
Yeah, you got to work on your engineering a bit. Also, the record feels slow. I would speed up the record. It might feel better. Try speeding up for fun, and then work on the mix down to practice. Yeah, it's not bad, but send it to Gordo because I can't clear that.
Yeah. Very, very
It's like
loud for no reason.
Yeah, it's a little
I
too
think.
loud. Got to work on the engineering there. I just thought of a funny thing. What if there's another A&R from like a smaller label who's like, damn, these people aren't sending me records. Let me go through the stream. And we're like, oh, we don't like this. And he goes, that's amazing. Sends it. Sends a message. Yo, I heard your track on the stream. Let me sign it, bro.
Don't give anybody ideas.
Take me on a trip. 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 I want to.
Full groove.
Trip, 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 trip. Take me.
I think that synth needs to go away there already. I'm tired of it. Yeah, that synth needs to do something different. Different sound, something softer, so like it maybe the melody is still there. But it's way too repetitive. It's 3 notes.
Yeah, I mean, Chewy's our homeboy, right? So we're gonna be a little biased listening to it. But yeah, I don't think that 3-note synth line is so amazing that I need to hear it for like 2 minutes straight.
Yeah,
is the best way to put it. The groove is cool. The kick and bass is groove. Maybe save that for a second part of the record, and you find a doper idea to put in the front.
Yeah, and
the kick and bass is cool. So rework the record. There's potential there.
The vocal can reprise as well.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm telling you this truth out of honesty. Chewy, I hope you see it. I hope your boy sends this to you and be like, yo, they hate you. Versace James, he opened up for us in Detroit at Magic Stick.
Hell yeah. Hey.
This one's cool. I feel like it just needs the bigger sound treatment.
The mix sound. reference, man. Like, I don't want to get into it on stream because I could honestly rip it apart, but that's not the point.
It's potential, but it's just the mix down needs to be
a
little bit better.
Take the fast lane to the body track.
This mix sound is objectively a little bit better, but we actually signed a track with this vocal on it already.
Yeah, it's coming out in like 3 weeks or 2 weeks. Yeah, this one for trace amounts for West End, those type of things.
Yeah.
Cortez.
Pause.
It's okay. I don't know. I'm just not not for me. I appreciate you. Cheech sent more stuff. We're almost done, guys. I appreciate you all guys who've been watching. I know some of you gotta go because it's late. Are we gonna do another live demo submission like this? Probably not for a few months because I'm actually in Atlanta. I'm at Ian's house. I came here to work on music, so it's the only
We
time
were
we're
cooking.
together.
We were cooking.
But now Ian has to come to Miami to the original studio, and then we can do another one there. So maybe in a few months.
And not use my speakers? Ugh. Sound is not there. The idea is cool.
The mix is all wrong, though. The mix
Yeah.
is all... Maybe because it's not mastered?
But
Like,
even then, they wouldn't.
He knows
All right.
it. He loves it when I show it.
I like. This gives me old school Dirty Bird vibes, but with Tech House drums on top.
Down, up,
It's cool,
The
but
groove
you,
is-
you need to really work on that mix and the arrangement a bit more. It could work. It's a very cool concept. If you have the time to do that, resend it.
All right. Somebody asked, will we listen if they resend? Yeah, I want you to know, I'm the one who primarily listens to all the demos. I'm always listening. We don't have any anyone else on the team that's listening. I'm always listening. And then we send it to the team and be like, what do you think? I can't believe we're almost. It's amazing.
Yeah, me too. My tummy rumbling.
Like the kick is not there. The kick is wrong. The kick is holding the whole record.
Also, the clap and hats are kind of too washy.
It's like your sound selection's there better, but that synth isn't it, and the idea to me isn't it. But your sound selection, so you can pick good sounds.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually did like the synth on that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This one's cool.
Hey.
Not crazy about that melody, but I like the idea of what you're going for. I just don't know if the instruments in the sound selection you chose is there for it.
You should try in the arrangement for the last drop. You just get na 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 put your lips on mine with the kick and bass. Ah, that'd
What's
be
that? I
gross.
forgot the name of the record that like from 2-3 years ago. That's like dun 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 dun.
It has like a Reese bass to it. Boom. Like
A little bit, yeah.
boom.
Dun, 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 dun. Like that record, like I think if you A-beat that record with this one, 927. Let's see if I somehow find.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. Forgot the name of it, but yeah. Let me hear it one more time. Yeah, end the stream. Thank you guys so much. Miami Music Week, 1-800-LUCKY. We're also playing the Dirty Bird Party on Friday at Zay Zay. Hope to see you there if you run into us. Let us know you watch the stream. And yeah, don't forget, we do have merch. We have the retail record shirt. We're actually dropping a brand new Black Phoenix shirt that is already on the site, but we have to order it so we can take pictures and let everyone know. Nice way to end. This is a not bad song. I'll put it on Club Test for fun. We'll listen to it later.
I like it.
Like, I know exactly the flow. You're in the chat, brother. I appreciate it. We'll listen again soon. Look at all these people we can send to if you're on TrackStack. Shout out TrackStack for sponsoring our party at 1-800-LUCKY as well.
Wow. My computer really hates this for some reason.
Oh, yeah. Nice. How do we go to OBS and end the stream?
Alright, y'all. Thanks again. Cuídate.